limited government causes. He's worked in the inner city, advocated and written about school choice and school vouchers, worked with the Chicago-based Heartland Institute, an organization I work closely with as well and happen to love, helped to get conservative candidates elected at the state level, and taught American government at the community college level. Together, he and his wife, Helene, have 5 children. Joe decided to run for Congress because he felt like he was losing his country, and that both parties in Washington, D.C. had stopped listening and were spending money at a pace which would rob our kids and grandkids of their futures. Today, Joe will discuss how the only hope to begin taking this country back is to elect Republicans who will take over Congress, and how it's up to us to hold their feet to the fire once they get elected. Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Walsh.
Thank you, folks. How is everybody? Welcome, and it's great to be here. I'm Joe Walsh. I'm running for Congress against Melissa Bean up in the northwest suburbs in the 8th District. Look, it is a pain in the butt to run for Congress. You had better have a good reason. Too often we elect Republicans and Democrats who don't have a good reason. They want to go to D.C., they want to go to Springfield because they want to serve. They end up staying there for too long, and they become different than you and I. It happens in both parties. I set out about 8 or 9 months ago and decided I'm running for Congress because in my heart and in my head, I felt like I'm losing my country. And I said that every single day of this campaign, and I see it out there. Every audience I've been in front of, big or small, heads nod. Heads nod. Heads nod. We're losing this country of ours. This election presents a wonderful opportunity for Republicans. I'm a Republican. I've been a Republican my whole life. Folks, this movement out there right now in this country has nothing to do with party. Nothing at all to do with party. It's every Republican, Independent, and Democrat who is scared to death about the direction this country's taken. Who is fed up and frustrated because we're spending our kids' money, our grandkids' money. We're robbing future generations of their futures. And both parties have done that. Both parties have done that for too darn long. You know, when you run for office, everybody wants to talk about other stuff. You look at the Kirk Giannoulis race. They look like they're 2 5-year-olds sitting in a playpen arguing with each other. Too often the media puts out this stuff. Too often we don't pay attention to what we should pay attention to. Folks, we've got a wonderful opportunity because elections like this come around once every 30, 40, 50, sometimes 60 years. We're debating the very essence of this country. We're debating an issue as profound as freedom. We are so lucky this year to have this opportunity to talk about issues this big. We can't blow it. We've got to look at each and every candidate running this year, and we've got to look and see where they stand on this big issue of our day. And we're debating something so simple, we're debating something so profound, and each and every candidate is going to stand on a side in this debate. You either want more government or you don't. You either believe in freedom or you don't. And you know, when they talk about health care, and they talk about cap and trade, and they talk about the stimulus and bailouts and immigration, the bottom line is, folks, pick your side. You're either on the side of bigger government, more dependency, or you're on the side of freedom, individuals, families, and small businesses. Don't let any candidate get away with not picking their side. Don't. Whatever candidate you you work for, whatever candidate you walk for, whatever candidate you knock on doors for, ask them what side of this debate they're on. If you want to get down into the details of healthcare, do it. But ask them profoundly, ask them directly, what side are you on? Are you on the side for a more activist government, for bigger government? I wish the other side would be honest and say what their side they're on. I wish they'd be honest. And you know what? I wish, and I'm hopeful because I'm seeing more and more of it, more Republicans sort of jumping out now and saying, I'm on this side. I'm on the side of freedom. I'm on the side of taking care of families. I'm on the side of letting small business keep more of their money. It has nothing to do with party. This is a wonderful event. Events like this are happening all over the state, and they have been the last few months, and they're going to continue to happen. What we need to do to be successful is we need to go outside this park. We need to take what we feel in our head and our heart outside this park, and we need to talk to every independent friend we've got, and we need to talk to a lot of Democratic friends we've got. Because, folks, I'm here to tell you, I've been knocking on doors for 8 months. Virtually everybody right now feels as we do. Virtually everybody right now feels just like we do, that we're losing this great country of ours, that this country of ours is bleeding, and we're going to stop it. And we're going to get in the way of anybody that's going to keep us down this path. Take what you feel in your heart and your head and take it outside this park today. Love your Tea Party friends. We are all Tea Party patriots, but we got 80-some days to go now. We got to move beyond this movement. We've got to recruit people to this movement and take heart, because most people feel as you do. You all are the leaders in this movement. Don't let any politician get in the front of this parade. Do not let that happen, guys. We want to elect people who will be your voice. They don't lead you, they're your voice. That's what we want. And once we do something on November 2nd, then it's up to us to keep the folks we sent to Washington, to keep them in line to do what we sent them there to do. And if the Republicans don't embrace this opportunity they've got, and if we don't go to Washington and do what we need to do, you need to take a nice steel-toed boot and you need to put it somewhere. And you need to send us back home. Because again, guys, this movement is bigger than any party. We're losing our country. It's happening very quickly. And if you don't get up and go beyond this park, we're going to lose it. I'm not a grandfather yet. My oldest son is 23 years old. One day he's going to have a baby. One day I'm going to be a grandfather. I can tell you right now, the two most important dates in the life of that boy or girl not even born yet are November 2nd, 2010 and November 6th, 2012. If this country doesn't do what it needs to do, on those 2 dates, our kids, our grandkids are going to look at us in 30 or 40 or 50 years and they're going to say, my God, what were you thinking? My God, what were you thinking in the year 2010? Let's not let that happen. Our only shot, especially in Washington, to put a halt to what Obama and that side is doing is to elect Republicans, send Republicans to D.C., and make sure that the Republicans stand up for our side. Stand up for freedom and limited government. Make sure we don't get soft. Make sure our knees don't get wobbly. Keep us firm. Keep us standing for limited government. Most importantly, we got 80-some days. Get us elected. Have faith. God bless. Thank you very much. Let's move beyond this park. Thank you.